is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney parks all around the world. Before we get to today's news, I have to tell you about today's sponsor. Our show today brought to you by MagicBandReaders.com, which allows you to bring some of the magic of a Disney Parks vacation home when you can't be at your favorite vacation destination. These devices allow you to use your Magic Bands at home with your very own Magic Band reader. These work with any Magic Band, even the new Magic Band Plus, and even the old ones like the Magic Band 1. How many people have Magic Band 1s? Do people still have those? Nope. Anybody? Yeah, people still have them. Mine are somewhere. They're buried somewhere, but if I dig them out, I can use them. They come in over, these, not my Magic Bands, but the readers come in over 35 different designs, such as a classic Mickey. There's the fireworks show, one which plays both Happily Ever After and Wishes. Remember Wishes, kids? Epcot, we've shown you this one before, the Spaceship Earth. This plays that full 3-minute Beacons of Light show. It's really fantastic. But there's also attraction ones. If someone you know has a particular favorite attraction, they have Haunted Mansion, Carousel of Progress, Splash Mountain. And not only do they interact with your band, they can also control your lights. You could use them to turn on your Christmas tree. We've done that before, too. We didn't have time today. We didn't plug anything in. We're rushing through this today. We're very busy right now. It's been a busy time of year. But anyway, these both make great gifts. This, of course, being from waitsigns.com, magicbandreaders.com. These are both, if you go to one site, you can get to both, and the code I'm going to give you is going to work for either. And we've, of course, showed you this device where you can check wait times, you get a resort TV channel, you can watch live fireworks nightly like you have your own penthouse suite here in Orlando. These are a great gift for the Disney Parks fan in your life who already owns everything they sell at the parks, like, I don't know, some people. But anyway, head on over to waitsigns.com and use the code NEWS15 for 15% off your order today. Again, also works at the Magic Band Reader site. But yeah, there you go. And waitsigns.com. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm flustered. Let's keep going. Let's do the news for December 6th, 2024. I'm just nervous. I've never done this in front of a live crowd before. Disneyland Resort has released their full seasonal celebration and special event calendar for 2025. Because of this, we never start with Disneyland, but we're going to highlight Disneyland. Mostly because one person commented and was angry that we only had Disney World stories on the last episode. But anyway, all this information is going to include the start date and more information about the resort's upcoming 70th anniversary celebration. Disneyland Resort's 70th anniversary celebrations will kick off on May 16th, 2025, and they will run through the summer of 2026. Special entertainment and more will take place across the resort, and the theme is Celebrate Happy, and a new theme song of the same name will play throughout. Special merchandise will be available. More on all that in a minute. But of course, as rumored for, I think, over a year now, Disneyland Park will host the return of the Paint the Night Nighttime Parade. That has not been seen. Yeah, you clap for that. It's worth it. That has not been seen since 2018. Man. Mickey and Friends will have a special celebratory, they'll have special celebratory costumes. You're looking at those now. I don't know if I like Mickey's, but it's a thing. We'll also have them star in a special cavalcade called the Mickey and Friends Celebrate Happy Cavalcade. Also, the Wondrous Journeys Fireworks Spectacular will be returning for the event as well. New to the event will be a brand new World of Color show called World of Color Happiness. This new show takes inspiration from Walt Disney's opening day park dedication of Disneyland. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. World of Color Happiness will explore happy through a kaleidoscope of emotions as hosted by Joy and the other emotions from Pixar's Inside Out and Inside Out 2. During the show, the emotions will manifest music and memorable moments from Walt Disney Studios and Pixar Animation Studios films, including a Goofy movie, Turning Red, Tangled, The Lion King, and more. The concept art also includes Encanto, Wish, Frozen, and The Little Mermaid, so we assume they'll be in there too. World of Color Happiness will utilize its signature fountains, dynamic lighting, colorful lasers, fog, dramatic flame effects, and water projections to transform Paradise Bay. Meanwhile, the Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration parade will be returning to Disney California Adventure as well. Meanwhile, Walt Disney A Magical Life will debut at the Main Street Opera House along with that celebration on May 16th of next year. The attraction will feature a cinematic presentation of Walt Disney's journey, culminating in a visit with Walt in his office, where guests will see the first ever audio animatronic figure of Walt Disney. At first, Walt Disney A Magical Life will replace Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln to make sure more guests can see it, but after the initial run, both shows will be available. Dates for the return of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln have not been given just yet. Sleeping Beauty Castle will receive a new look for the festivities. Disney said in its press release that brilliant, colorful decor will adorn the entire resort, including an elegant medallion on Sleeping Beauty Castle. The concept art shows banners on the lampposts leading to the castle in magenta with gold trim, and at the top of each is a small triangular banner in deep blue dotted with golden stars, and a small round 70 medallion will sit upon each. The golden 70 sits atop a background of ornate floral designs in shades of pink, blue, purple, and orange. And above are golden horns. This is a really cool detail. These golden horns that are going to appear on the drawbridge and the path to the drawbridge are actually a callback to the opening celebration of Disneyland. If you've ever watched that ABC special from 1955, before they lower the drawbridge to Fantasyland for the first time ever, there is a regal proclamation, and then the horns are sounded, and then the first children ever run across the bridge into Fantasyland. And so this is a nod to that very special moment. The reason that is such a special moment in time is, I don't know if people know this, but you could not walk across the drawbridge for the first many years of Disneyland's existence. It wasn't until they opened New Fantasyland in the 80s that they permanently lowered the drawbridge for guests to cross. So pretty significant. It's very cool that they put this detail. Anyway, back to the art. On the castle over the gate is a much larger version of the medallion. It shares the same base design as the little ones, but it's framed by pink and blue filigree, and the bunting is strung on either side of the castle as well. Disneyland announced they have a 70th anniversary theme song, and that'll be a part of 2 new projection shows created in honor of the event. The new 70th anniversary theme song will be titled Celebrate Happy. It matches the event name. Guests will hear the song throughout various entertainment offerings, and among these offerings will be 2 evening projection shows at both Disneyland Park and California Adventure. In the evenings at DCA, the exterior of Carthay Circle Restaurant will celebrate happy with a special moment featuring music, lights, and projection effects. And at Disneyland, the facade of It's a Small World will also get a new projection show. We got a first look at some of the merchandise that'll be available. Of course, the first 70th anniversary merchandise collection was released at D23. That focused on an anniversary logo. But the new items that were previewed include a glittery sweatshirt with Mickey and Minnie in their anniversary outfits, and a gold sequined adorned version of Mickey's conductor hat. This is a weird item because if you visited California, you know one of the most popular merchandise items is that conductor hat. It is a red car trolley conductor hat. As we're going to talk about next, they are closing that permanently. And so, look, I know they're changing the little emblem, so this is like a Disneyland Railroad conductor hat now, but it's technically still the same item. This is their way to work around it. But despite all that merchandise that the red car trolley has sold, we're going to get rid of it. But they've announced the last date for guests to ride the red car trolley at DCA will be February 8th, 2025. It's closing, of course, to prepare for the expansion of Avengers Campus. Their trolley barn is directly in the way of where those new attractions are going to go, that being the Stark Flight Lab attraction and as well as the Avengers Infinity Defense ride. But yeah, that'll be the last time to ride it. They have said they are going to park a trolley for photo ops permanently, so that's the bright side of this. But again, to not have the kinetic energy and it's just cool, right? It's a piece of California history. The 2012 update of that park was so thoughtful and brought so much charm into a park that needed it so desperately. It's a real shame to lose the trolley. I hope someday someone will fight to restore this. Obviously, they're keeping the cars, so hopefully someday someone will feel the initiative to build a new barn and run these again. Meanwhile, the California Adventure Food and Wine Festival will run February 28th through April 21st. 2 new booths will be a part of the Marketplace lineup, offering special food and beverages, and Soarin' Over California will return during the event as it does each and every year. Halloween Time takes over Disneyland Resort from August 22nd through October 31st in 2025. Although Oogie Boogie Bash will start before that, Oogie Boogie Bash will be held on 31 dates from August 17th through October 31st. That is the most dates they've ever had and the earliest start. More details about the event will be released in the future. Plaza de la Familia, a celebration of Dia de los Muertos, will take place at California Adventure from August 22nd through November 2nd. A new show, The Storytellers of Plaza de la Familia, celebrate the musical world of Coco, was added to the celebration last year. They've not confirmed if that'll return yet, but it likely will. The holiday season at Disneyland Resort, meanwhile, will kick off November 14th, 2025, and run through January 7th of 2026. And the Festival of the Holidays will return to Disney California Adventure as part of the celebrations. Disneyland Resort has confirmed that new projection effects will be added to the Fire of the Rising Moon show in 2025. The projection effects will be added to the fireworks spectacular as part of Season of the Force, which will run March 28th through May 11th of 2025. The show also includes galactic music enhanced with fireworks on select nights. Fire of the Rising Moons itself will perform nightly, though. This confirmation comes after Disneyland filed permits to add those projectors to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge just last month. Disneyland Resort also announced the 2025 schedule of After Dark events. Sweethearts Night will take place January 21st, 23rd, 28th, and February 4th, 6th, 9th, 11th, and 13th. And Sweethearts Night will feature a new cavalcade this year. Tickets go on sale for Inspire Magic Key holders on December 10th, all Magic Key holders on December 11th, and the general public on December 12th. Disney describes the event as couples, friends, and families alike can celebrate love with a cavalcade on Main Street, USA, a royal ball, encounters with character couples, and lively music. Meanwhile, 90s Night will take place on March 4th and 6th. Like Sweethearts Night, tickets go on sale for Inspire Magic Key holders on the 10th, all Magic Key on December 11th, and general tickets December 12th. 90s Night will feature dance parties, sing-alongs, and more to celebrate Disney films, music, and pop culture from the iconic decade. 90s on Parade will have nods to the past parades of Disneyland, such as the Lion King celebration and the Mulan Parade. Meanwhile, Star Wars Night will take place April 8th, 10th, 22nd, 24th, and 29th, as well as May 1st, May the 4th, and May 6th. Ticket sales will be announced at a later date. Disney's description of the event reads that galactic adventures await with appearances by Star Wars characters from the light and dark side of the Force, unique gatherings, and out-of-this-world photo opportunities. Meanwhile, Pride Night will be back June 16th and 18th. Ticket sales again will be announced at a later date for that, but Disney describes the event as a celebration of the LGBTQ plus community, bringing allies and community members together to enjoy rainbow projections, colorful decor, fabulous entertainment, and more. Oh, we ain't done yet. Disneyland's got more. Don't worry, everybody. Trying to keep the audience awake here. Disneyland Resort shared a first look at Mickey and Minnie's new costumes for Lunar New Year 2025 at DCA. In 2025, Mickey and Minnie will debut all new outfits with representations of traditional Korean attire. Lunar New Year will return from January 17th through February 16th of next year, celebrating the Year of the Snake, or as we call it, the person who announced they were closing Muppet Vision. Other offerings will include the Hurry Home, a Lunar New Year celebration, water short in the Paradise Bay, Mulan's Lunar New Year procession on select days, daily live musical performances, and Asian-inspired menu items across 6 Lunar New Year marketplaces and select dining locations. Let's talk about that Walt Disney animatronic, shall we? Some of Walt Disney's grandchildren have approved of the new audio animatronic of their grandfather that'll debut next year, saying it is stellar and as accurate as possible. In July of 2023, Walt Disney Imagineering invited the Walt Disney Family Museum Board of Directors to view their progress on the animatronic. The museum, of course, was founded by Walt's daughter, Diane Disney Miller, and the Board of Directors includes 5 of Walt's grandchildren and 3 of his great-grandchildren. Walt's grandson and Diane's eldest child, Chris Miller, said in a statement shared by the Orange County Register that Imagineering's work to that point was stellar, and they were very eager to be as accurate as possible in creating this. He added, "We came away confident that this is the right group to take on this important project." Walt's granddaughter, Tamara Miller, said, "We believe that our grandfather would have been enthusiastic about the project and fascinated by the advancements in audio animatronics technology that was first developed during his days at WED, now Walt Disney Imagineering, a technology he was always passionate about." The museum's executive director, Kristen Komorowski, said, "We are enthusiastic about and grateful for the company's efforts to create this exciting new attraction that will allow people to experience Walt Disney, the man behind the magic." Walt Disney's grandnephew Roy P. Disney appeared at D23 this past summer to support the animatronic. However, Joanna Miller, another of Diane's children, quickly spoke out against the show, saying, "I am overwhelmed with disgust and anger. Mom would be ready to fight. I think it shows a lack of respect for Grandpa." Joanna Miller has started a letter-writing campaign to convince the Walt Disney Company to abandon the robot of Grandpa, as she said. Look, I didn't know Walt Disney. I can't speak for the man. But the man did not ask the family of Abraham Lincoln he didn't, right? He didn't ask the Lincoln family if it was okay, nor all the other presidents of the United States he wanted to do the Hall of Presidents. So I look at it this way. It's something he did for his heroes, and I believe there is a generation of Imagineers who look up to this man for guidance, and it's a way to pay homage. But also, in this day and age, we are a generation removed from Walt Disney. My parents were lucky enough to live in an era where on Sunday nights they got to sit in front of the TV and watch that man show them all these amazing things. We have not lived with that. I had Michael Eisner, which was good for a while, and then it wasn't. But I love him dearly, but it eventually was not good. And we haven't had that since, and I think he becomes less of a man and more of a myth. And so regardless of what you feel the animatronic, having an attraction that celebrates his life and teaches you that this was a human being that created all of this. He started all of this, and how it came to be is a tremendous thing, and it should exist at Disneyland Park. That is his park. He walked that park. A lot of it is his vision. He should be remembered there. I think truly if this is successful, it should really be at all of them. I think people around the world should know how the whole thing began and how it came to be. And the company still says, as he said, it all started with a mouse, but really it all started with a man, as Julie Andrews says in the One Man's Dream film at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which thankfully is still there. They haven't found an IP to replace that with yet. Thankfully. We'll fight for that one too. But if they want to replace One Man's Dream with this, I would have no problem. I think that would be tremendous. Let us know in the comments how you feel. I can't speak for if he'd be okay with him being an animatronic or not. Maybe he wouldn't be. I don't know that I would be. I don't know that I want to be a robot either. But he didn't ask Abraham Lincoln, so we're going to use that to say this is probably okay. But maybe it's not. I don't know. The signs have been installed on Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond Haunted Mansion gift shop at Disneyland. The expanded queue for the attraction recently opened, but Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond gift shop is set to open later this winter. One sign is installed over the two large doors. In front, it has a foggy gray-green background, and the Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond text uses the classic Haunted Mansion font in a gray-green ombre, and a crystal ball is behind Beyond. The building is themed to a carriage house that once housed Madame Leota. Now she visits here and there to the crystal ball within, but the carriage house has been converted into a shop, just as Madame Leota would have wished. Around the side is a hanging sign mounted on a wrought iron holder, and the same text logo, foggy background, and crystal ball are here, but arranged in a vertical stack. There's been a lot of controversy about this building. I don't know if people have seen the online discourse, but here's what I will say. Obviously, the scale, it's very large. It's very large and maybe throws off the scale of the mansion. That I can agree with. A lot of people are mad about the finish. It's too clean and bright and pristine. To that I say, isn't the mansion? I think this incredibly pristine facade matches the mansion as Walt wanted it, which clearly Imagineers didn't agree with because every mansion they built after they made look run down. But that was his wishes for the Disneyland one. And so, if the house is so pristine, I don't see why the carriage house wouldn't be. But, look, scale-wise, I have some issues with it. But, I'm going to wait for a finished product, and then we'll see how we feel about it. But it is a very large building. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts. If you want to book a trip for the 70th anniversary, they can help you with that. To the Disney Cruise Line, they can book you on the Disney Treasure, which will be on very soon. To Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part, of course, is their concierge services are 100% free. They are free, so book today. Walt Disney Imagineering has revealed that some extra magic has been added to Tiana's Bayou adventure at the Magic Kingdom with the addition of prominent stars in the sky for Ray and Evangeline. Towards the end of the attraction, just past the finale scene, a miniature cityscape of New Orleans rests beneath a starry night sky, but now that glittering night sky also includes two more large stars representing Ray, the Firefly, and his love, Evangeline, both who turned into stars after passing away. This is a really cute detail. I don't know if this was just not planned from the beginning and then someone's like, hey, can we add this? Or maybe just they rushed to open this so badly that it took this long to get to installing lights in a wall. But either way, it's very cute and charming, and I think it'll make people smile. As of December 5th, guests attending Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party can bring home their very own Mickey and Minnie Gingerbread House popcorn bucket. According to the Disney Eats Instagram page, which that's an account name, they didn't eat Instagram. The popcorn bucket will be available at various popcorn carts throughout the Magic Kingdom during the party only, at least for now. Do note that with previous parties, they've done this, they've released something, and then by the end of the event, they're like, we have a lot left. And then they start selling them to the general public. So that may happen or it may not. Disney hasn't shared a price for this bucket in Florida yet. It was $36.99 in California, but I will not tell you that's going to be the price here because very often the popcorn bucket prices are different between the two coasts. They're usually sometimes less here in Florida, so keep that in mind. It is a really cute bucket, though, so I'm glad everybody's getting a shot to buy it. A new lion trio began appearing on Kilimanjaro safaris this week at Animal Kingdom. Disney has shared more details about them, including their names as well as some new photos. The lion trio consists of one male and two females. Their names are Mashango, Zahara, and Nima. The three lions are all siblings who turned 2 years old in October. Disney announced that two special lions who called Kilimanjaro safaris home for the past decade, Dakari and Kamari, are retiring to a conservation haven in Florida accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. They were, of course, the models for the 2019 live-action remake of The Lion King. In celebration of Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King, Disney is once again supporting the Wildlife Conservation Network's Lion Recovery Fund and LRF's partners. In the last 30 years since Disney's animated classic The Lion King was first released, Africa has lost half of its lion population. The LRF and its partners are working across Africa to double the number of lions in the wild by 2050. Look, I don't really want to go see this movie because I just hate the idea of it, but that is a really great cause, so I would definitely support their efforts. Another great way you could support Disney's conservation efforts, obviously, you can donate at Animal Kingdom and several of the resort hotels to their conservation fund, which does all sorts of great things like this every year. Disney is testing a new AI self-checkout system at the End Zone food court located at Disney's All-Star Sports Resort. The test began this week, and it will occur for 30 days, according to management. With this system, guests can simply take their tray of food, place it on the designated checkout counter beneath a scanner, and the items will be automatically detected through artificial intelligence. The items do have to be separated so the AI can properly identify them, and off-menu items or items that have had adjustments have a harder time being identified and may not scan, but a cast member is stationed nearby to assist, and after that, guests will get the total cost of their meal on the point-of-sale system next to the scanner. They'll see a list of the items identified on the tray and be asked to pay. Of course, we tried it for ourselves and purchased a regular croissant and a cold drink. Our croissant, though, scanned incorrectly as the PB&J croissant, but a cast member quickly fixed this before we paid. We also had to remove the wax paper before that we used to grab the croissant so the croissant could be scanned correctly. Accepted payment options for this trial include Magic Bands, credit and debit cards, or mobile payment options like Apple Pay, but no cash option is available. Disney gift cards can be used as payment with the cast member assistance, though. And at this time, the new system is only testing at Disney's All-Star Sports, although it could roll out to more resorts over time if it is successful. This seems like a lot of work. AI is supposed to make our lives easier, I think, but like, I gotta separate the items, remove the paper. Oh, it read the croissant wrong. Could you fix this, please? Oh, I have a gift card. You have to come over and help. I hate to be that guy, but I think it's better to just have a human cast member there to help. Look, I'm all for new technology. Disney has been all about new technology their entire existence, so I think it's cool that they're testing this stuff, but at least what we've seen so far, there still needs to be a lot of human cast member assistance. So, and obviously, we're not for this if it replaces human cast members. That should not be a thing. Now, if you want to better staff, the actual serving area, you could serve guests faster their food, etc. Whatever the case may be, that's great. But if this is to replace cast members and to operate cheaper, then please do not. Please do not do that. Walt Disney World released the full menu for Wailulu Bar and Grill, the new casual walk-up restaurant at the Island Tower of Disney's Polynesian villas and bungalows. The Wailulu Bar and Grill will offer views of the Seven Seas Lagoon and the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Its Polynesian-inspired artwork includes unique pieces crafted from recycled materials and reclaimed fishing nets. The name comes from the Hawaiian word wai, which means water, and lulu, meaning calm. The menu celebrates the flavors of Polynesia with influences of the Pacific Islands, from Easter Island and New Zealand to Fiji and Guam. The menu includes sweet potato hummus with crispy chickpeas, I've never heard this word, espelette pepper dust, and breadfruit tostones. There's ahi tuna crisps, which are marinated ahi tuna, crispy fried wontons, avocado crema, sriracha aioli, and soy glaze. Grilled shrimp with smoked paprika, black garlic emulsion, garlic lemon butter, and crispy garlic. There's spiced ham masubi with glazed spam, seasoned with traditional furikake and served with crispy rice pearls. There's crispy chicken wings. It's adobo marinated soy glaze and tomato Fresno pepper relish. The Wayfinder burger is 2 pressed patties, American cheese, onion jam, volcano sauce, and sweet bun served with mac salad or sweet potato fries. Just like Moana had. There's the beef short rib. She measured the patties. Beef short rib loco moco is shiitake mushroom gravy, crispy rice cake, and fried egg. There's grilled fish of the day with green curry broth, jasmine rice, chickpeas, and sweet potato. A poke bowl with sushi-style rice, pickled cucumbers, vegetables, spicy poke sauce, and macadamia nuts with choice of ahi tuna, grilled teriyaki chicken, or grilled tofu. The chow mein salad is charred cabbage, shishito peppers, hearts of palm, pickled sweet potato, and sunflower butter dressing with choice of sautéed shrimp, grilled teriyaki chicken, or grilled tofu. There's sticky pork ribs, which are salt-cured green cabbage, jicama slaw, and pineapple chips. For kids' meals, there's white cheddar macaroni and cheese and grilled teriyaki chicken. And for dessert, a Dole Whip sundae with hibiscus meringue and passion fruit crispies, and a chocolate cake with salted caramel ganache and chantilly cream. Now, if you're saying that's not a Polynesian item, well, that's infused with the essence of Kona coffee. They made it work. For breakfast, they list one item. It's a pineapple coconut bread. I don't know if that means it's going to be grab and go. Maybe they'll have coffee there. It's unclear at this time. We'll tell you soon. But other beverages available throughout the day include a hibiscus tea. That's hibiscus flower-infused tea with lime and agave nectar. That's non-alcoholic. There's a Kula strawberry sake with wildflowers, Junmai sake, Campari liqueur, and Rocky's botanical liqueur, and a wild strawberry. Passion fruit and pineapple daiquiri has 10-to-1 Caribbean white rum, Minute Maid passion fruit, orange guava juice, pineapple, and lime. There's a Pandan Gin Mule, which is Pandan infused forged gin, lime juice, and ginger beer. The Island Tower and the Wailulu Bar and Grill will open on December 17th. We are actually getting a preview on December 14th, so Jason and Eric will bring you all the coverage of that. I will be in New York, unfortunately, that weekend, so I'll miss out on that. But I will be back. We do have 2 rooms booked to stay there on the 17th and 18th, so we will bring you a number of room tours once this tower opens. And obviously, starting on the 14th, a tour of the entire interior of this resort as well, so stay tuned. Disney shared a preview of new merchandise coming to the Disney Store, Walt Disney World, and as well the Disneyland Resort in 2025. Disney Mini Mix-Its are new plush with removable hats. The plush include Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Pluto. The hats are inspired by Disney parks, including one resembling Jose from Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and another inspired by the Haunted Mansion Gargoyle Candelabra. Guests can mix and match the hats with different plush. The plush are designed with a strap on the back to attach to your bag. I must ask an important question here. Why are we not just making the hats for the Noimos? Why must there be a new product which is also plush that wears small accessories? Why do I have to buy a new plush? I don't know. Maybe the hat will also fit the Noimos. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that seems weird to do a whole new line, which is essentially kind of the same thing. But a follow-up to Disney Lacers are the new Disney Irresistibles. These are vinyl ear hat collectibles. What a name. The new series recreates the classic mouse ear hat as miniature vinyl figurine ear hats featuring different designs, including the nostalgic Mickey Mouse Club hat. It's interesting. I wish they'd start selling more just regular ear hats. That'd be great. But these are cool too. Meanwhile, the Pastel Character Series will bring various Disney characters to life in pastel shades and soft faux shearling fabric. The first collection is inspired by the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. And each month throughout 2025, a new Winnie the Pooh pin will be released. A display frame featuring a map of the 100-acre wood will also be available. These collections begin their drops in January of 2025, available on DisneyStore.com, at the Walt Disney World Resort, and a selection of them at the Disneyland Resort. They didn't say which ones will and won't be at Disneyland Resort, but I guess we'll find out eventually. Select items will also be available at global Disney parks and Disney Store locations like the Disney Store London, Disneyland Paris, and the Hong Kong Disneyland Resort. Disney Cruise Line debuted a new bus wrap for their transportation from the Walt Disney World Resort to Port Canaveral ahead of the Disney Treasures maiden voyage this month. The new bus wrap maintains the old wrap's nautical color scheme, but the design around the windows turns them into portholes with gold frames, and Mickey and Minnie are pictured near the back of the bus on the side with the doors. What's new is they're both wearing their captain uniforms. It's Captain Minnie and Captain Mickey. Across the front of the bus, below the windows, is a yellow-gold filigree. It features hidden characters and a Mickey icon medallion in the center, of course inspired by the bow designs on each of the Disney Cruise Line ships. Chip and Dale are hanging out in two of the portholes. They're wearing their sailor outfits, and near the back of the bus are Donald and Goofy also wearing sailor outfits. For comparison, here's the old bus. You're looking at that now. Notable design changes include the addition of the characters and the removal of the colorful Disney Cruise Line logo. Another old design, of course, featured Donald painting the bus while his nephews caused trouble, which is inspired by the stern statues of the Disney Wonder. The Oriental Land Company has announced a new show coming to the Hangar stage in 2025. Dreams Take Flight will be the latest show coming to the Hangar stage in the Lost River Delta section of Tokyo DisneySea. It'll debut on July 16th, 2025. That's not a good time to go there, by the way. It's very humid, just so everyone knows. Don't go then. Dreams Take Flight is a new stage show set in an airplane factory where Mickey and his friends are working together to build an airplane. The show rhythmically portrays their efforts through song and dance as they strive to create the aircraft. The day begins with, spoiler alert, the day begins with Pete, the factory manager, and a group of passionate craftsmen who take great pride in building airplanes. As the workday unfolds, characters such as Donald Duck, the painter, Chip and Dale, the tool gatherers, and Max, the electrical engineer, join in facing various challenges along the way, all while focusing on completing the airplane. And when Minnie Mouse, the pilot, sings about her dream of flying high in the sky, the team begins the final stages of building the airplane. Guests will join Mickey and the crew in a fun, lively process of completing the aircraft, culminating in a celebratory finale as the airplane is finished. Spoiler alert! Now I don't even have to see it. I'm joking. During the show, various Disney and Pixar characters will appear and echo the dreams and aspirations of the pilot, Minnie, and the craftsmen, adding colorful moments to the scenes. The show will be 25 minutes long. It'll feature Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Chip and Dale, Max, Pete, Miguel from Coco, Timon from The Lion King, Merida from Brave, Pocahontas, and Moana. One thing I want to say, that the show that was in here previously, Song of Mirage, was my favorite stage show I've ever seen in a Disney park. It was longer than 25 minutes. So this is a shorter show. I don't know, cast-wise, if it's going to be bigger or not, or the same. I hope it is something, at least in scale, similar. and that Tokyo Disney Resort is not really cutting back. We've seen them do that a lot. I am very happy that they're finally going to put something in this theater. That's great to hear. This seems like a fun show, and we will anxiously await to see it. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.